Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at and installing the Roush hood heat extractors for 2018 and newer GT and EcoBoost Mustangs. You're going to want to be checking these out if you're looking for an exterior mod that'll offer some small exterior styling, but that's also going to be functional at the same time. These are rearward facing vents and they are going to work to lower your under hood temps. They come in a raw black finish, but they are very easily painted. They cost $230 and there's a little bit of drilling involved for the install, but I'm still going to call it a 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter. For this install, you'll need an 8mm socket, a 9mm socket, a ratchet, a panel removal tool, and there is some drilling involved, so you'll need a center punch as well as a drill and a few different drill bits. Alright guys, so the first step of your install is going to be to pop your hood. After that, there are 14 push pin clips that are holding your hood insulation in place, so I'll go ahead and take this body panel removal tool and I'll get each of those out and remove the insulation. Alright, there are 4 9mm nuts that are holding the bottom of your hood vent in place. We're going to go ahead, undo those, and then remove this plastic piece here. The next step is we're going to push on these plastic tabs right here, and that's going to push our vent out of place. Alright, so we'll push up on the tabs, and that'll actually pop our hood vent up, and we'll be able to grab it out of place. So online with the Roush instructions, Roush does give you templates. You'll need to print out the template and then cut it out. These are side specific, so just make sure you're working with the correct side. The next step would then be to close your hood, and then you're going to line up your drilling template. So these heat extractors use your factory hood and your factory mounting locations, but you're adding 2 more, and that's what we need to drill for. So we are going to line up these 4 holes here with our factory mounting location, and these are the holes that we'll be drilling next. So once everything's lined up, we'll tape it down into place, use a center punch or a pen to mark the location of our next holes. So we'll use the center punch and mark a drilling location. We're going to use an 1/8 inch drill bit to drill a pilot hole, followed by a 7/32 drill bit for our real holes. Alright, so now we're going to go through and drill the 7/32 hole. If you guys want, you can put something like a 2x4 under the hood. You are going to be going through both layers of the hood here. If you're worried about hitting anything in your engine compartment, you can put something underneath your hood just to catch the drill bit. Okay guys, the next step is to drill 2 1-inch holes. You're only going to drill through the underside of the hood here. You're not drilling through the top. You're going to use these 2 holes drilled as a pilot hole for you. You're making these holes so that you can actually reach the hardware for your heat extractor. Okay guys, so next we're going to install the supplied blackout decal. So this is going to lay on the top of the hood, and we are going to spray with a soap and water mixture before laying our piece of vinyl down. So I'm going to go ahead, spray with soap and water mixture on the hood as well as on the back of the decal. These are side specific as well, so just make sure you're working with the correct side. They are labeled on the back. Alright, so I'm going to work to line up the hole in the hood for our vent. The soap and water mixture on the hood is just going to allow us to position the decal and get it exactly where it needs to be. Alright, so once you have this lined up, you can start to work out the soap and water mixture from behind the vinyl, and ultimately you guys can always use a heat gun to help you get the vinyl to adhere to some of the more difficult areas. Roush recommends popping any of the bubbles, especially some of the smaller ones, with a razor blade if you need to. And if you are going to use a squeegee like I'm using, either wrap it in a microfiber or make sure that you have a felt tip one like we do, just so you're not scratching anything. I'm going to use the microfiber to help wipe away some of the excess moisture that I have here. All right guys, now we have to get the heat extractors ready to be installed, which means we need to put the provided studs in the back. So you will need a 1/16 Allen key for this, and you will need to leave 22 millimeters of the stud open. So we are actually going to use our little Allen key and put these in the back of the heat extractor until 22 millimeters are left. All right, the next step would be to get your double-sided 3M tape on the back of the heat extractor. So there are 3 ribbed sections on the back of your heat extractor, and that's where the double-sided tape is gonna go. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna peel the white backing off. We'll leave the red on for now. We'll apply the straight pieces on our sides. This is just gonna help hold the heat extractor onto the hood. And we'll put this piece on the bottom. After this, we'll be ready to get this on the car. All right guys, so now we're gonna peel the backing off the 3M tape, the red backing anyway. We're gonna line this up on the hood. Make sure our studs go in through the hood like they're supposed to, and then we'll go ahead and press evenly on all corners to get the 3M tape adhered to the hood. Now we'll pop the hood, we'll go to the underside, and Roush gives you 8mm nuts to put on the studs of the heat extractors here. Keep in mind when you go to tighten these that they don't need to be too tight, they're just holding the heat extractor in place, and the heat extractor is plastic. All right guys, and you're gonna repeat all the same steps on the other side. All right guys, so the last step is to get your hood liner back in place. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this review and install. Keep in mind you can always check these out more online. I'm Stephanie, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.